My name is Myron Wigness with Hi-Hog Farm and Ranch Equipment out of Calgary, Alberta. What we're going to look at today is our new hydraulic squeeze chute. We went to a few different concepts than what some of the competition chutes were. A lot of the old hydraulic squeeze chutes were pretty good feedlot chutes, but there wasn't enough access or enough chute capacity for the cow-calf guy. We come up with this parallel axis squeeze chute. It gives us a lot of capacity for pregnant cows. Vets like it because it's got access to every part of the animal, full length, top and bottom, both sides. With every squeeze chute Hi-Hog builds is totally reversible. In order to be able to say that, you have to be able to open up both sides. So every chute we build, you can sort 3 different ways out of. You can shoot them out that side, left side, or straight ahead. You have quick, simple latches, one-hand latches even with mitts on, full length access to the top of your animal, both sides. And also full length access to the bottom of your animal, both sides. You also have access to the shoulder. Very quick, simple latches. Now whenever we expect you to work under a door like this, we'll put a safety latch on these particular latches, so you don't accidentally trip that latch when you're down there working on feet or milking a cow or semen testing a bull. We put our controls on a swing arm so that you can always see what you're doing. You can come right up to the front of the chute and operate it. And if you got one that maybe needs a bit of a slap to get her persuaded to go in, you can give her a slap and still run the chute. The neck extender is mounted on all of the hydraulic squeezes. It's up to you if you want to use it. And one of the advantages of this Hi-Hog design is a new concept in the head gate and the tailgate. They slide parallel, they open full width right to the floor. Some of the problems with the old scissor style and V-shaped hydraulic squeezes is that cattle hesitated coming in because the floor was too narrow, and they all jumped out of it because of the scissor type head gate. With this one, they come in readily and they'll walk out. Okay, from this angle we can see the range of motion I was talking about to get a nice wide floor for them to walk into. Yet you can squeeze right down and accommodate calves down to, depends on the style of the calf, around that 450, 500 pound mark. But even big bulls with a wide stance don't mind walking into that. You'll also notice that our power pack is not on top of the squeezes like a lot of the competitors. When you put your pump and your power pack on top there, you're creating vibration, you're creating noise, and all of that is a deterrent for the cattle entering your chute. So we get our power pack away from the chute, and it helps with the flow of the cattle. What we're operating it with today is a 5 horsepower Honda gas power pack. Most of them are sold with a 2-horse electric power pack, and that one is capable of running on 110 power as long as you have a 20 amp circuit. If you have a 220 power available, of course your motor will last a little longer, but the 110 power or 115 power is available almost anywhere, and it will run the chute as long as you have a 20 amp circuit. When they're set up at the factory, most of our chutes are run from the left hand side, so the plumbing on these is sequenced back to front. Center one runs your body, and the back one runs the back gate. Now you can kind of run it like a self-catch. You bring your animal in, squeeze it up a little bit just to slow it down, give it enough room for its head, and then you don't have to be that super fast. Your timing doesn't have to be right. But once you've run it a few times and get onto it, your timing will get a lot better. This chute, if I happen to have to go around to the other side and still run the chute, I can do that. To set your pressures, we have an independent pressure setting for each ram. There's a gauge here, you can see exactly what you're doing. Most people seem to be setting them at around that between 800 and 1,000 pounds to work their animals. There's also pressure relief. There's a main relief valve right here which controls your entire valve pressure. Independent on each spool at the back. And on the electric one, there's also a relief valve on the pump base itself. So when it comes time to set your pressures, I start at the independent ones, and if it won't allow me to achieve the pressure I want there, then I go to this one and turn it up a little bit. And if I still can't get the pressure I want, then that means that the one on the pump is set too low. Chute weighs about 2,200 pounds, shipping weight including the power pack. And the price doesn't differ, doesn't matter if it's electric power or gas power, the price is the same. And like everything Hi-Hog builds, the hookup, everything we build hooks up exactly the same way. So if you have a manual chute now, take it out, put the hydraulic one in, and it'll pin right into the place where the manual was.